Well, hello everyone. My name's Phil Gott. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you today. Unfortunately, I'm completely unavailable and otherwise booked, but hopefully this short video will suffice initially, and I'd certainly be happy to then answer any follow-up questions that you may have. What I'm intending to do in this short video is to give you a quick reminder of how this works from a user's point of view. You've already got access to the site, so you can further explore that at your leisure, but let me give you a quick reminder of that just to give the context. Then I'd be happy to talk through setting up the site and how you would be using it in practice. You've also asked about one sample topic, giving difficult feedback, so I'll then show how that would be dealt with in Firm Academy. I can talk about the costs, a very simple formula that we have for costs, and finally I'll just say a little bit about how we would work with you and how we might move this forward should you wish to pursue it. But first of all, let me then just remind you of how this works from a user's point of view. I'm going to log in here with one of my logins. Every user has their own unique login, and once it recognizes them, it serves up to them the content that's available to them. What I'm showing you here is the main subjects that we make available, although within your firm, the subjects that you choose to have, you can rename them, you can align them with your own competency profile, and then add into it whatever of our content you wish to retain and use, and supplement it with your own content as well. But what we've got here are the main skills topics that you'd expect: presentation skills, communication and influencing, client service and development, some business development topics, and so on. And we keep these subjects up to date with new content, but as I say, you can add your own content to that as well. Taking one of these subjects by way of example, managing people. As we go into here, you can see the individual content items. These are there are three different topics here, or different tabs. Learn, this is the main stuff where people would be learning, and if we take, for example, something like this, it's a Harvard Business Review video, a lot of videos on here because they're engaging. A user would come into here, play the video. They could do this full screen, of course, and this can certainly be used on mobile devices, iPads, tablets, whatever you wish, smartphones. So they play the video. They can then test that they've understood this, and this usually covers the key points, key takeaway points. There's an opportunity for discussion on this, so they can raise questions, and we keep monitoring this and can respond to this as necessary. Going back to the main managing people, on here we've also got share, so there's an opportunity for people to discuss through LinkedIn, a LinkedIn group that we have here, or you may have your own intranet or social media site internally if you prefer to use that. Also, this tab, resources, we provide quick guides, something like how to delegate. These are quick reminders for people. They already know how to delegate, but if they want a quick reminder, they can download one here, and this usually typically 1 or 2 pages of just bullet point reminders. You can actually, within your firm, you can take what we've got here, you can edit it, you can replace it, you can use this entirely as you wish. It's completely flexible, but we make this available to you. You can use our content, or you can use different content should you wish to do so. That's one of our quick guides. There are also book recommendations on here, so we find some useful books if people want further reading on it. Again, you can use these if you wish, put these on your site, or can replace them or add additional things if you like. Similarly, website resources, useful websites that people may want to go to for further information. So that's mainly what your users would be looking at, and we've got those learn, where they want to actively learn something, watch videos and so on, some social interaction, and then the static resources, as we call them, quick guides, books and web resources as well. The site that I've been demonstrating to you here is the vanilla Firm Academy site, but with Firm Academy each firm has their own sub-site, so you would have something like these client sites which would be tailored for you with your own logo, colour scheme and other changes to bring it in line with the way that you work as well. So for Howard Kennedy, we would design something for you in collaboration with you that would fit with your style and branding. Let's have a quick look behind the scenes at the administration functions, and in fact you would decide who within your firm you want to be administrators and who you would like to be able to create content. The admin is where you add users and allocate your users to groups. Very simple to upload bulk users or to add new users. Very simply put in the details there, and through the groups you decide what content they are going to have available to them. Very simple to do, and that's the admin side of it. The curation is where you add new subjects and new content. With subjects, I've already shown you on the front page of this the main subjects that we make available, but you can add your own subject. You may choose to use our subjects if you wish, or you could rename them. You can align them with your own internal competency profile if you wish, and then bring in whatever content of ours you want and add your own content into it as well. With the content, this lists all of the content that we provide here, and as you can see from this, there's quite a lot of it, and you can choose, filter down what you want from it, and choose then to add it into your own subjects or leave it out if you wish. To add some new content, simply click on the new content button, upload some images, provide a description and what the instructions are, where the video, if that's what it is hosted, or upload any attachments as you wish. A little bit more detail, and that's just about it. There's not much more to it. You can then, from that, you can add the questions. You've got to create the content first, but add any questions that you want. And again, it's really simple to do that. So that's the admin and curation side of it. You can create newsletters which can be sent out by email. Again, quite an easy thing to do. You put in the content that you want to circulate. This would have your own branding on again, and then you add content that relates to each of the groups or subjects in there, and each individual will get the content that's relevant to them. There's a personal development log here which users can access. Now you can choose how you use this or whether you use it at all. If you look at one of the clients using this, they actually call this archive rather than personal development log, and whereas on the main site it records the CPD that we're doing, they prefer not to display that because they've got other ways of dealing with it. That's absolutely fine. So we've introduced that feature to be able to mask that information is kept and to rename this. The information itself is retained so that any user can go back to any content that they've already watched. Once somebody's done some content, it's removed from the main subject so that they don't get bombarded with content they've already used, and it then is transferred to this personal development log or archive so that they can go back to it should they wish to do so. Now actually all of this information is explained. We've got another site here which will help people to understand how this works, a user guide which has lots of information about how to do this. So anybody, any of your administrators and curators, if they want more information about how to do this. It's quite intuitive anyway, but this, with short videos, explains how to add content, how to allocate it, and how to really get the best from Firm Academy.
There is a large collection of content on Firm Academy, which is made up of...
Please, you'll see that that is at firmacademyguide.co.uk, and you can take a look at that if you need any further information about how to use the Academy. You've asked specifically how Firm Academy would deal with a user searching for something like difficult feedback. Well, actually, Firm Academy was originally designed without a search function. We are now developing one, and I will come back to that in a moment. So why no search facility when it may seem like such an obvious feature? The reason is that whilst Firm Academy provides micro-learning, the aim is not to provide quick but superficial answers to what can be quite complex issues, but instead to provide a drip feed of micro-learning to help people over time develop a deeper understanding of a subject. Then through the quick guides, and you'll recall that the quick guides are just the 1 or 2 page of bullet point reminders. Through that, they can get a reminder of the key points of the subject. With the freeform search function, the user searching on something like difficult feedback might actually miss the point that giving feedback early can actually avoid feedback being difficult. Similarly, somebody searching on closing a sale, for example, might overlook the importance of the earlier stages of selling that can then minimize the need for closing techniques. If a specific subject is especially important to your people, you can actually put together a collection on that subject. And here, for illustration purposes, we've put together a collection on giving feedback. So here you can pull together resources that are relevant to that subject, or indeed you could ask us to do so. These topics, this content may also appear in the Managing People subject, but by bringing it together in this way, you put extra emphasis on it, and you can produce collections on any subject that you wish to do so. Any item of content may appear in more than one subject, but once a user has actually used it, then it disappears from their content, so they don't see it again, and it reappears in their personal development log or archive so that they can go back to it. As I mentioned, though, in response to client requests, we are developing a search function to help users curate and curators locate suitable content on specific topics. However, to avoid some of the issues that I've mentioned, this is likely to be based on a taxonomy of searchable tags rather than freeform search, which might actually not bring up all of the relevant contextual content that they need to see. We're still developing that search function, so if there are particular ways in which you'd like it to work, please talk to us and we may well be able to accommodate that in the design of it. You all now do have access to this content on giving feedback, this collection on giving feedback, so you can have a look at that if you wish to do so. Very quickly on costs, we've got a simple formula for the cost system. There's a minimum number of users of 200, and up to that level the total cost is £5,000 per annum. So that works out at £25 per person. That then rises slowly up to 1,000 users, where the cost is £10,000 a year. So that gives a cost of £10 per user. That's for full access to the site, all of our content, and its full use throughout the year in whatever way you want to use it. And of course, we will give you support and help as much as we reasonably can. For intervening numbers, just put in the number here, and I've sent this spreadsheet through to Hannah and to John as well. Let's say you have 350 users, just put it in there, and it gives you the total cost, £5,938 per annum, which is just under £17 per person per year. Finally, just a little about us. We're a small and responsive organisation, and we're here to help you. If there are subjects or content where you think you'd like to have more content than is currently available, just ask us. And if it's something that we think would be of a broad interest to others, then we'd be very happy to search around and add some more content for you. Similarly, Firm Academy itself is evolving. I've already shown you that it's now possible to hide the CPD points. That was a suggestion that came from one of our clients, and because we thought it might be of interest to others as well, we developed that and have put it on the site, and that came at no cost to that client who'd requested it. Similarly, at the moment we're working on the search function, and that will come live in the next few weeks as well. Obviously, you need to decide what's right for your firm. What I can say is that we will be really happy to be working with you, and we hope to have the opportunity to do so. Thank you.